and shot an amazing rate.
Yeah, they ended with a 50% shooting mark, which is really just off the charts. I mean, to go that entire season at that clip is impressive.
For example, with the Heat, they shot 50% from the floor last year, and the second-place team in that category was the Spurs, less than 49. So incredible shooting for Miami.
You know, just thinking about the Heat, it seemed every shot they took would go in and they wouldn't settle for anything less than a great look at the basket. That's really how you get to shoot over 50% as a team.
5 to shoot. And it's Wade penetrating. And here's Chalmers for 3. Dishes it to Augustine. Passes it to Meeks. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Heat on D. Singler dishes to Augustine. And there's the pass to Drummond. Trying to find Augustine. Gets it to him. The drive by Smith. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's on Chris Bosh.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead foul him, make him shoot free throws.
That's right, a smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
You know, Josh Smith is a very talented player, but if you have to pick his game apart, he's a bit of a tweener. You know, he's not really a power forward in a traditional sense, but not a 3-man either. He's an athlete who can do a lot of different things, but so much depends on the players he has around him. It needs to be the right fit.
Now, here is Smith following the miss by Chris Bosh. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong. And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Meeks pass to Augustine. The dish to Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smith's got 7. And with Smith playing at the 4, it used to be a luxury as he can defend players with his reach, but now, Clark, it's almost a necessity as he gets older, and his shot from outside isn't what it needs to be.
Well, in the modern NBA, Kevin, you know this as well as I do, you got to have perimeter threats, and if you play him at the 3, it can put you at a real disadvantage.
Meeks can't hit.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Detroit leading by 3. Now here is Augustine. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Smith with it, and Bosh picks him up defensively. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer Augustine. And it's Wade with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Double team on Wade. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Bosh. Here's McRoberts. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Augustine again. It's Chalmers. Drummond sets the screen for Augustine. He dishes it to Smith. The jump hook. Good. Smith's got 9.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Bosh. That's good from 17 feet away.
That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Udonis Haslam, he's checked in for Josh McRoberts. A different look here for Detroit. Pistons leading by 3. Outside Jennings. .50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Jerebko. 6 to shoot.
Brandon Jennings.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The drive by Wade. Bosh. Not enough on that one as it misses.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Outside Jennings. Butler on the wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, again, if the shot selection there, defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Wade drives in. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Jerebko. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Jennings. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Butler in the small forward. Jennings kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Wide open look. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. Steve drafting for need there.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that three-point range. Really promising defender, too, at that two-guard spot.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And KCP struggling somewhat with his shot in his first season. Mostly stayed on the perimeter. He didn't get inside that often to try to get himself going. Sometimes you can get your perimeter game going by going inside. So we'll have to see how his offensive game progresses as his second season goes on.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Bynum comes in for Brandon Jennings.
Boy, that is a tough shot.
The Pistons leading. Bynum dishes to Drummond. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. Caldwell-Pope passes to Jerebko. Offline with the baseline jumper.
And for Caldwell-Pope, a volume scorer at Georgia. He's certainly shown the confidence to hit tough shots in the big moments in games. Sometimes rookies look to defer, but on a team in need of shot making, it seems a window for him to claim a larger role.
Here's Bynum, following the basket by Chris Bosh. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Bynum. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
It's tipped. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Bynum dishes to Drummond. Back to Bynum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Luol Deng. Norris Cole is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Brown in for Mario Chalmers. And then for Detroit, Josh Smith, he's checked in for Urebko. Singler comes in for Butler. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. In the past, as you know, Chris Bosh tried to bulk up, but he's accepted his frame and his finesse game, saying, quote, "It's different now. The game is a lot faster. I don't bang anymore. It's not my strength, and I understand that." He's become more perimeter-oriented, and why not, Kevin? He said he realized that you do get one more point for threes. Gentlemen, over to you.
Perimeter shooting big men. Very much in demand, Doris. Thanks. It's Brown with the drive. Back to Granger. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Danny Granger dealing with injuries over the last few seasons. His shooting percentages have waned, but we know what a clutch scorer he can be when he's right. Now feeling better, we're seeing some of that spring in his step.
Napier, he's checked in for Miami. And a switcher also for Detroit. Meeks is checked in. Augustine from outside. No good. And it's Miami the other way. Napier kicks to Granger. Lets it fly. Misses off the right iron. To the middle. Here's Meeks. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Here's Cole. Shot from 16. And that one's good. Cole's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Drummond sets the screen for Augustine. And it's Smith penetrating. Can't connect from short range. Here's Cole. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 1-point Detroit lead.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Detroit also making some changes. Monroe's checked in for Drummond. Martin comes in for Singler. And it's Jennings in for Augustine.
Well, the Pistons' acquisition of Josh Smith last season put Greg Monroe in a tight spot. Both players, natural power forwards, neither one of them floor spacers, so it really was not a good fit, and that showed in the Pistons' record.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder. And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
And here's Bosch for three. Up in time. No good, trying to beat the buzzer.